Hello, today I'm going to share how scaffolding can be effectively applied in the Mandarin classroom, especially to support learners who find Chinese characters challenging. I begin by introducing the theory behind scaffolding and then move into specific examples and strategies I use in practice. What is scaffolding? Scaffolding is a teaching strategy that provides structured support to help students progress through their zone of proximal development or CPD, a concept introduced by Vygotsky in 1978. It involves temporary instructional support that is gradually removed as a learner gain independence and mastery. Pearson and Gallagher developed a gradual release of responsibility model which breaks down learning into three phases: I do, the teacher models; we do, shared practice; and you do, independent application. More recently, the Education Endowment Foundation has shown that combining scaffolding with cognitive science strategies like spaced practice and retrieval practice reduce cognitive load and improves long-term retention. Why use scaffolding in Mandarin? Chinese characters are logographic, meaning each one represents meaning rather than sound. This is very different from alphabetic systems and can overwhelm the new learners, especially when it comes to reading and writing. According to Li, breaking characters into manageable parts like radical and strokes order help ease this burden. Tam also points out that learners often report reading and writing as much more difficult than speaking. By using scaffolding techniques like modeling, visual aids, and guided practice, we can make characters learning more accessible. Research by Wong et al. And the EEF shows that these approaches building confidence and lead to better retention. So let's look at more closely at the specific challenges our students face. First, Chinese characters don't represent sound. They represent meaning. That means students cannot sound out words like in English. Second, stroke complexity and unfamiliar radicals making characters intimidating. And third, memorizing so many visual similar characters adds to the cognitive burden. That's why a structured approach like scaffolding is so critical to reduce anxiety and build learning step by step. Now let's move into practical strategies. These are techniques I use regularly in my classroom. First, visual support. I often use video clips and images to show the origin and evolution of characters. This helps students connect the visual form with meaning. Second, basic strokes and structures. I teach basic strokes, common radicals, and character structure before we build full characters. Third, we do missing stroke exercise to strengthen memory through retrieval practice. And finally, we use online tools and games to reinforce fluency and engage students in additional practice outside class. Here you can see an example where images and videos are used to show the origin of evolution of characters. For instance, 木, 口, 牛, and 羊. Also the video 上 and 修. We explore this individual with meaning, then we play matching games to connect the images with characters. 木, 口, 牛, and 羊. After that, students complete writing characters as a form of retrieval. This visual support helps students make sense of the origin of Chinese characters. Here are several more classroom examples. In example 2, students learn basic strokes. These strokes are the basic components for building basic characters. Then we do writing basic characters or missing stroke exercise to strengthen memory through the retrieval practice. In this exercise, students need to write the missing strokes. In example 3, students will learn common radicals and character structure before we build full characters. So in this example, you will show some basic radicals. 口单人旁人字头 and 日字旁。Then students will do the destructure exercise to strengthen the knowledge of Chinese character structures through guided practice. In this exercise, students need to separate the characters into different parts. And finally, students complete partially writing characters as a form of retrieval. In example 4, we use technology such as apps or interactive games to give students instant feedback and spaced repetition. So each of these examples builds students' confidence by offering just the right level of support at the right time. I've included references here for those who like to explore the theoretical and practical background in more details. Thank you for listening. I hope this has given you a useful overview of how scaffolding can support Mandarin learners. Bye-bye.